Welcome to the party, pal. What was that?
Did you see that?
Was that the primary buffer panel?
It did seem to
Did
resemble...
the primary buffer panel just fall off my Gorham ship for no apparent reason?
This landing is gonna get pretty interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh God, we're all gonna die?
This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode.
Leave all that can be spared behind.
We travel light. Let us handsome walk.
Hello, hello. One moment. Let me do that. It's hot here. Let me just grab a shirt. I forgot that the camera was still on from last night. Right. Okay. Now we're ready. I thought it was going to come in on the PNG scene, but it didn't. That's kind of funny. Alright, so today's build, this is last week's little Valentine's penguins, still on the desk. Today, we have this big fella, which was one of the exhibitor gifts from Brickvention 2026. I'm wearing my Brickvention 2020 shirt. I have my instructions over here. Let me get them up on here. There we go. Looks like it comes with a little minifig that matches the big fig. Bag 1, torso and hips. Bag 2, add the legs. Bag 3, add the arms. Bag 4, build the head. Bag 5, put the hat on top. Okay. First things first is to... There.
Warning.
Boxing.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Let's get started.
Let's get started.
Let's get right in there.
I don't have something to cut
man.
this tape with. We will grab this brick
look at
separator
this.
right here.
Man, how do you guys open your Lego boxes?
And we'll try to cut tape with the end of a brick separator. There we go. Worked well on one side, not so good on the other. The cardboard's folding more here. I mean, not that I'm really keeping the boxes for sentimental value, but when it's a nice folding box like this, it would be nice to keep it in decent condition. There we go. Bag 1. Right, put it on the phone here. 2. Also part of 1. And we got a massive book. I'll be using the online version. What's this small bag? It's also a 1. Everything else is 2, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Cool. So happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Friday Afternoon Lego. Alrighty. Keyboard away. And let's put some light on the desk. Bag noises. Small bag noises. So, there we go, that's what we're building. That picture comes up huge on screen. Why is it doing that? Is it set to a width? I'm gonna bet it's set to a width, not a height. Yeah. Let's try that. 654 pieces. It's from 2023. And step 1 is we start off with a 1x6 brick and a 1x4 plate. Red. And 2 1x6 plates. And then 2 more plates. Extending out the end. Here. Oh. Comes with the brick separator. Nice. Add to the collection. There we are. That is step 4. And on to step 5. Completing the rectangle. There we go. We've got
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
and we have raiders coming in.
orcs!
Welcome, Raiders. Bob Chow or Bob?
Get back!
Air 87, Severin Mo, Knight Rider, Smiling Sarah, welcome in. The Cave Troll. It is Chow.
We have a cave troll.
Welcome, Raiders. Hello. I'm Bricko for short. Another Brick and AFOL Aussie Lego builder. Yes, Star Trek and Lord of the Rings. Multiple sci-fi things. Typewriter. Modulars. Over this shoulder we have alternate builds of sets. So that's my old farmhouse, which is actually the old fishing store. That build only uses parts from the old fishing store. One day I will put instructions up for it. And then over here, I have a brewery and a little cafe pub next to it, which is entirely made out of the corner garage.
We will add to a biological and technological
Yes, welcome to the
distinctiveness
east
to our
coast
own.
of Australia. It is 3:23 p.m. on Friday. I'm gonna which way is my camera facing? So that's me. Clearly.
We will add to a
I don't
biological
always
and
have
technological
the camera on,
distinctiveness
so
to our own.
there we go. And below here you can see some of my current mocks. I do album cover mosaics, all on a base plate. Do I have any to hand? No, they're packed up ready for my next show in March. Let me go to this scene. Welcome in. Sarah, what were we up to today? How was your stream? Tell me all the things, and then depending on time zones, if you do need to raid and run, raid and lurk, go grab a coffee, food, sleep, go for it. But yes, tell us all the things, all the Lego things. While I try and stay cool, it is, ooh, the alien mothership, nice. It is 30 degrees, according to my phone, in this part of town today. That is 30 Celsius. Ooh, the Guardian ship. Nah, which Guardian ship? This is an important question. Opens up Bricklink and Brickset tabs. East Coast US, it is 12:25. So yeah, if you do need to raid and hydrate and sleep, go for it. Speaking of hydrate, water is here. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I got one of the Milanos. I don't remember which one. Oh, it was the one with the there was a little set that clipped onto the back of it. So you had like a little ship with Rocket and Thor, and it clipped onto the back of the ship. I think it was an orange and grey version, which I got because I was building a South Pole themed. Actually, I will South Pole themed mock. Which actually, if this should work, if you see the first pinned post there, is one of my older mocks of the South Pole. And because the color scheme using the Lego Arctic sets was all orange, I sort of snuck in some Star Wars stuff and some Milano stuff that, depending on which show I was at, I would just change the vehicles around. Oh, sorry, itchy nose. Yes, let me also give you a follow there. There we go. Yes, I do like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And sci-fi Lego is always win for me. You may have noticed
Very cool.
Actually, because I didn't do it with the button last time, if I switched it there. There we go. If I use the button to switch back to scenes, we get Picard saying on screen. Because I'm a nerd. So much a nerd that I am planning to build my enterprise on the Easter weekend. Not just because I'll have several days off work, but because it coincides with First Contact Day on the calendar this year. That's my kind of nerddom. Yeah, isn't it funny how the Lego backlog just stares at you? I need a fourth one of these. And yes, so the set we're building today is the Upscaled Minifigure, which was a very kind and very unexpected exhibitor gift. So I displayed at Brickvention earlier this year, which is our big sort of Lego fan convention down in Melbourne. And yeah, every exhibitor got one of these. And they gave us so in our little swag for the con, they've had a custom printed panel done up to substitute in for the chest, because our convention t-shirts this year were red. I'm wearing the green one from a few years ago, but they had a red one this year, so we got that. And I get to swap out for a bearded face. So, but yes, Sarah, if you do need to go sleep, I totally understand. Thank you for bringing the crew this way. I will try and keep y'all entertained. With some Lego building. And yes, we do have channel point redeems floating around. It is play money, so they do get periodically refunded back to you. There we go. To spend all over again. Alright, that is step 8. And yes, have a good night. Alright, for slopes. Alright, so those go up there. And that panel goes right on there. Alrighty. Check on my lurks in the background. Open this up. And yes, the music mix is a very eclectic mix. Today, sometimes we do themed stuff. Today, it's just a random mix of songs I enjoy. where we are equally as likely to hear metal as pop and world jazz. All right. Step number 11. There's some technic and stuff going on in the inside for the arms to swivel. Gotcha. Oh, and that's what these are for. So they'll be the support for a brick built torso side. Check that on there. At that point, and then that needs another double pin Technic brick there. Okay, we're just doing that once. Not sure where that Technic pin on the desk came from, but it's hopefully not out of this set. I'll keep it to one side in case I do need it. And we're not going to miss it. This says 2 times, so I'll put that panel aside because we're going to use our substitute instead. So we need another 2x2. Top of them. Then I need a 6-axle. Oh, hello, Hagar. How are we going? G'day, g'day. How are things in the north? Because we're on a boat. My work Christmas party one year was on a boat on the Brisbane River, and the suggested dress code was nautical. I went in a Hawaiian shirt with flip-flops and sunnies and a spatula, dressed as Andy Samberg from this music video clip. Don't you ever forget. On the starboard bow. It is a big blue watery road. It is very hot here, Hagar. Working up a sweat building Lego. Alright, that goes under there. I don't know if Kara's here yet, because our groceries just arrived that were meant to arrive yesterday, but were delayed. So I'll see if this button is working. Nope. That's broken. A lot of Stream Deck stuff is not working at the moment. Update a few things. So we'll do that instead. Okay, so it's meant to be green. The colors on this booklet are way off on this page. And we're still, this is a sub-step in this section, which is 2 times, so we've got to do 2 of all this. And I'm guessing because I don't have any... So this, in the instructions, looks like bright green and like yellowish orange, but it would appear to be green and orange. Because those are the parts that I have. And red bracket on it there. Some interesting layers going on here. It is nice that there's all the different colors so that, you know, nothing gets confusing. Everything clearly has a spot to be. All right, and that goes up under that. There you go, the mild-mannered Lego builder. The Lego Viking. Okay, and then blue Technic into that. Goes through there, that goes through there. Oh. Snapped off, but it's Lego, we can rebuild. And I'm guessing they've done the maths for where that and that line up. Go into there and there. Cool. And that matches those angles pretty closely. And then we build another one of that little tower. Oh, as in associated with a Viking. I was going to say, because it's a name in the Bible. Surely that's public domain enough. There we go. And then this black bar, what's it doing? Just, is it going all the way through? Yes. Oh yes, I'm very familiar with Hagar the Horrible. But the name Hagar itself is oh, that bar's there to stop. Ah, that's cool. Because now the next step it says is to push these axles in, and they only go as far as that bar. That's clever. Nice work, Lego. And then that goes across there.
Megatron Prime!
And then that. Okay, so that's... Oh, and the brackets are just sitting across there. That's so nice. Lego maths is pleasing. And then that clicks in there. And this is where we get the panel we prepared earlier. There we go. Okay. It's a little bit tenuous the way that sort of sits in there, but it should hold all together once these are all on. That is step 31. And then we get a turntable for the neck. And what's going on there? Little black axle. Too long. What, to just sit there? There's no... Okay, I'm confused. Why am I dropping an axle down this hole? Because there's no axle connection. I'm confused. Right, so that's the torso done. Chunky. Now we are working on the hips. Now is when Shakira should have played. Two Technic bricks with the axle hole. A 9 axle through the middle. Okay, there. The alignment brick. And brackets out this way. Green brackets down this way. Okay, there's going to be a gap in here. Oh, yeah, just one stud gap in there. Those pieces are supported on there. Step 43, step 44, 2 of these with some turquoise by 2 plates on the ends. What have I become? Something else inside, it's driving nails. Just from my door. And this is going. It won't. So what? It's just sitting there. Oh, okay. So this is just a way to reverse stud direction. So that just sort of sits there, and we'll hold it in place with this plate on either side. That's kind of cool. Something else inside. And we're still doing that huge mix of different colors, so everything's orientated correctly. We can clearly tell which piece is where because it's not all a single block of one color. Very easy to see if we get something wrong as well because of the color choices. And this is saying I need to put the socket into the joint with the axle holes the same way. We're doing this 4 times. Close my eyes. Because then those are going along there. Push the axle back through. It's quite tight now that it's got all these pieces on it. Something like that. Yeah. Start the framing of the top of the hips, I guess. Using these pieces here, I'm guessing this will be built studs down, so this is the cutout for allowing the leg movement. You do have ads coming upon us very shortly, about 2 minutes or so. The Lego building will not continue. You've had some, I haven't even had any donuts yet, but they were on special, so I grabbed a bag. Welcome in, Kara.
Very, very thick, very chunky, and they are packed to the brim.
Step 59, so these go down over this. But we are working on the hips. We've done the torso. Working on the leg hip section. And we will be, looks like we will finish bag one, and then the ads will be upon us. And again, one of these has a red square in it, one has a blue, so that later on we can tell which side's which. There we go. So I will, hey Jack, welcome in. So that is bag one indeed. So we will be hitting a BRB screen. And then we'll be back in about 3 minutes or so. Grab a snack, grab a drink. I'm going to duck downstairs and have a donut. And we'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Welcome to the party, pal!
And welcome back. The donut was rather tasty. Alrighty. Bag 2. Where did I put the box? Behind me. Why did I put it behind me? That is a silly place. First, I guess we push this up. The question is the red the front? Judging from the look of this. Let's see. So the red square. Yep. So the red square is signifying the front of the minifig. So that goes in this way. And these should all connect with this part in here. Oh. Kind of. Little fiddly, but there we go. Bag 2. Two. No, that is a 5. That is not an upside down 2. Two spare pieces out of bag 1. They will go off into the tray of oblivion. But then down the track, when you need a random 1x1 in a certain color, it is handy to have a tray of spares close by. Do it. Alright. 6x6. Two 1x4s, two 1x6s. And then execute order 66. So 6 and 4 plates go down like so. And then we flip this over. And now normally, like if I was building this off stream, I would be building both legs at the same time and just mirror image them. But we're not going to do that today. Goes in there. And then step 60, nice. 1x2 there, and then 3 1x4s back around clockwise. And then brickhead snot brick there. Okay, and for 71, what are we doing here? There. 1x3 tile onto there. Okay, making a 3x5 rectangle to then attach sideways onto there. So that's just in from that edge there. Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to do this again. Just with the snot brick in a slightly different spot. Or not. I'll break it there. Put it there. No, they go on this in this direction. Okay. And a 1x1 beside them there. Okay, now we get more bright colors. Orange round 2x2 plate. On there.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
Thank you for checking in, Kara. Pretty sure the I was gonna say, pretty sure first, second, and third are all still up for up for the taking. Okay, and now this is going down inside the leg. Because it'll need some sort of, I'm guessing the Technic plates are for some sort of hinging to go into the hip. Of course. Alright, let's find out how this goes together. That goes up there. And this is going in that way. Okay. 2x3 with those is going there. Yep, so this is our minifigure leg. Step 81. Let's go there, and that's the little sign for us as to which bit's the front. That pins on nicely, and it, oh, that's nice. That's smooth. All right, now we do it all
Nice
again.
legs.
Very
Before
nice
human.
articulation. Very nice legs. And now we speed run the other side because we've already done this once and kind of know what we're doing. Do we? Do we though? That's step 89. 90. There, put on there. Yeah, the second leg is very quickly speed run when you've already done one. Those go on there. One of those goes there. One goes there. Put some on there. Push in there, so it's attached down the bottom and then up the top here, side on. Once again, the Lego math is mathing. That'll go in there. We'll put 5 of these across the top. And no spares from bag 2.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Raiders. Look out just in time to attach a leg. Hey, all coming.
Orcs!
Will, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome Raiders.
Fantastic.
Get back!
Let me close the tab because I was looking on you over there. How was the Black Throne?
They have a cave troll.
I saw your Black Troning. And yes, if you do need to raid and run, time zones being a thing, more than welcome to do so. Thank you for bringing the crew over here. I'll move that. That light is coming into camera. I'm another Brick and AFOL, Bricko for short. We are here on the east coast of Australia, building Lego sets, Lego mocks. Let me jump back to here. And today, we are building the Upscaled Minifigure with a replacement printed piece that I got at Brickvention 2026 earlier this year. The convention shirt was red, and they got us. Every exhibitor got one of this set as a gift. Clicks on that. This leg movement is so nice. Very clever from the Lego designers. And yes, if you're not following Will, go click that heart, follow Willfully Unemployed, another Lego builder and streamer. I'm gonna put up the keyboard. Keyboard is leaning somewhere down here. And yes, go get some sleep, go get some caffeine. We will look after the crew over here. As we continue on. So we've just finished bag 2 of the set, 2 out of 5. Bag 1 was torso and hips. Bag 2 was the 2 legs. Absolutely no spare parts in bag 2. There were no small pieces in that one. And because the second leg we kind of jumped ahead. We knew what we were doing. It was the mirror of what we'd just done. We can skip step 98, step 99, step 100. Step 101 is attaching that leg. I do like the hollow underneath as well. Just like a minifigure leg. The only thing it doesn't have, of course, is the holes in the back of the leg. But, you know, at this scale, not really doable. All right, bag 3. How are we doing for time? 1 hour 26. Flying. Bag 3. Bag noises. I think that's the only bag 3 in there. Four, that says 5. Yep. And the instruction book for this does not have a QR code for points. But this little gift with purchase did. Oh, penguin down. Penguin down. There we go. Penguin up. Penguin fixed. All right, bag 3. We are doing the arms. Step 102. There it is. There's step 102. Have a brick. And then put a bracket on there, and then 2 more brackets on top. Songbird. Then I'd know how to please you. Alright, it's up there. 109. Got some more purple and tan internal pieces here, and then a white hinge plate. This is going to pin on, be like the shoulder kind of thing. Okay. All right. Yes, I've got the instructions that you see up here. I've got on a monitor over here. So if you keep seeing me look this way, that's where the instructions are. Right, so that attaches onto there, like so. Onto there. This will be the connection for the hand. We've got a little blue star effect to say, ta-da, we're done. And yep, that can go on to that. And before we do the other arm, we're going to do the hand from the look of it. They even got the, so Lego minifigures hands have a little angled bit. Where's the minifigure? So where it clips in at the back, the side of the hand is shorter at the back than at the front. And where the hand clips into the arm is also, so the wrist part of it isn't centered on the hand either. So they've also managed to achieve that at this scale. So I mean, it's not as curved as it could be, but it does the trick. Come on. Attach. There we go. All right, now we do the other arm. $128. $29, $130. And I mean, so far they could have done it 2 times at the start of the arm if they really wanted to for the top part. I mean, I kind of get why they're doing an arm at a time. It is funny though that so many of the steps are identical. Because until you get to putting the hinge on, that's completely the same as the other side. Underwater. This one here. Plenty of time, plenty of time. We are going to have spares from this bag of like the cheese slips and the 1x1 round, the 1x1 quarter circle tile. Goes in there. The hand, I'm going to jump ahead of myself. Okay, why am I... I missed the two tiles on the outside of the upper arm. There we go. Put the hand on before we put this arm on. Jump ahead. We've done step 147 because we jumped ahead of ourselves and went, we know how this works. Click. We now have posable arms. And kill switch engage, got excited about it. There we go. It's a good size. Four spares out of that bag. Years of life. Years of life. Bag 4. So bag 4 is the head. Bag 5 is the hat. This is where we will also swap out this piece for the custom printed one supplied by Brickvention. Beard print could be a little darker on the sides, but you know, we get the we get the gist. Let's build a minifigure head, upscaled. Where to hide? Oh yeah, we We working. Alright. It's in the middle of a war zone. Step 156, we flip this over. Once again, it is so cool how colorful this is on the inside parts. Just to, you know, we can clearly tell which bit is the top, which is the bottom, which way we're looking at it in the instructions. And then, oh, we are putting 2 1x1 plates onto a bracket and doing that 4 times. River runs dry. You will return to the scene of the crime when the river runs dry. These are going, because we're still holding this upside down, they go this way, around the outside. And then another one of these to hold everything in place. 159. 4 2x6 white plates around, pardon me, around the outside. Around the outside. I like the use of these wheel arch pieces. There's a couple inside the hips as well. So I'm guessing from the shape of this that this will be the neck down here. Yep, and this is the bottom curve of the head. Goes on there. When the river runs dry. Yes, Kara, what are you going ooh at?
Water!
Oh, water?
To drink!
Can do.
What's that? This, my friend, is a pint. It comes in
pints.
I can get you one.
I'm getting
Very
one.
cool.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Welcome, Raiders. Master Builder, welcome in. Jang, sir. Last I was over. Here's another tab I have to close now.
Get back!
Last I saw you were working on a tank. How was the tank? Yes, close that tab. Welcome in, Jang. And Raiders, I'm another Brick and Afol, Bricko for short, Aussie Lego builder. We got sets behind me, we got mocks over here. And today, we are building, I'm going to hit this button. Building the giant fig with some replacement parts courtesy of Brickvention, which is also how I got the set. So every exhibitor this year, as part of their celebrating 20 years, every exhibitor got one of these big figs with a replacement printed panel and a replacement face. There were different faces they had printed up. I conveniently got a bearded one.
Did you have an awesome time? Did you drink awesome shooters and listen to awesome music and then just sit around and soak in each other's awesomeness?
I was not expecting to get this. And then after we got it, I looked up how much they retail for and was like, ooh, that's a really cool gift to give every exhibitor. I love this. Just the smoothness of the way the legs work. It's nice. It's very nice. Oh, you also started a plane. I have 2 giant funhole sets over there. Thanks, Jang. Don't blame you at all. Which I will be building at some point. I got the record store and the bookshop. Exclamation, you're welcome. Yeah. Thanks, Jang. Yes. If you need to raid and run, also, because it is, depending on what coast of the US you are nearest, it is approaching silly o'clock. If you do need to raid and feed, raid and fade, raid and lurk, more than welcome to. Thank you for bringing the crew this way. We are on bag 4 out of 5. We are on the head. And this set is got some interesting part use using all these wheel arches inside it and in the hips. Lots of bright non-red and blue colors. So that you always, it's really easy to see like which way you've got the build in your hands. And yes, Jane, go get the foods. And Scotty, last instrument Warhammer, welcome in, Scotty. I assume Scotty will be doing these Spooky Fridays later. Alright. Cheers, Jang.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Alright, if we're doing this 2 times, I'm assuming this is going to be the sides of the head. Look at all these multicolored pieces. Alrighty. And that goes there. Corner brick there. We are doing this 2 times. Bow, 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 bow. Yes, my musical taste is as eclectic as this playlist would lead you to believe. We will be jumping between pop, metal, and world music all afternoon. Alright, this goes that way. There and there.
Megatron.
Mirror image. Like so. Because yeah, using this wheel arch piece, what they've actually got is they've managed to kind of incorporate a 2/3 height brick or two 2x4 plates, but they've saved on material, they've saved on weight, but they've gotten the exact same, they filled the exact same space as using two 2x4 plates with a lot less stress on the parts. It's not bulky at all. And it's the perfect filler for there. Like, it's very, very nice. Nice internal part use. Because it feels just as strong as if they had used plates in there. And then we chuck this on there. And then we put our beardy face on this side. And then that is our spares. And that's the end of bag 4. Goes up in there. So by printing the whole minifigure head there instead of just the eyes and mouth, like, the scale is off compared to the original face, so I don't know if I will keep the bearded print. I think I might. Because yeah, on a real minifigure, that print would extend around the sides and down here. So I think we will just put that is a better scaled eyes and mouth. And it's just about time for bag 5. Final bag. But what I think we will do is, rather than get interrupted by the ads as that comes along, because they will be along soon, I'm going to run them now. I'm going to duck downstairs and grab myself another donut and see you back here in a couple minutes. And then we will get on to the hat. So I'm going to hit the BRB screen and we'll see you back here very, very soon for bag 5. Almost, as Kara said. We should be just about back from ads. Hopefully, any second now. So it is time for the big hinged bowl and bag 5.
Dang!
An Irabri is never late. He arrives exactly when he means to.
Bueller.
No,
Bueller.
welcome in. We're at 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure second and third are still up for grabs. Ooh, and this set, Irabri doesn't claim to be a wizard. This set comes with a minifig. I wonder what the minifig looks like. If you guessed that it was blue pants, red torso, and a blue cap, you would be correct. No, Kara, I'm not going to tell Irabri what I brought from the shops this afternoon, and I'm going to make sure there's no sugar. Stuck on here. Hope your Friday is going well, Irabri. How are things? Kara. Ooh, it's payday. Nice. Gotta love payday. Ooh, 28. Oh. That's when I worked in Japan, it was monthly. I don't miss that. Don't miss being paid monthly. I'm sure there are lots of places here that would do the same. Depends on the industry, I suppose. I think most retail over here is fortnightly. Some trades probably are on a weekly paycheck. So yes, go into town, buy all the snacks. Payday for me was sort of yesterday, but technically the day before is when it actually hits my bank account. The Thursday is the payday, but Wednesday afternoon is when it actually arrives for me. Alright, so far we've got a very colourful mix of bricks and brackets and plates. Sit that down there. No, 1x6. Oh yeah, that was a 1x6. Thought I grabbed a 1x8 by mistake. 6 on there. 4 and a 4. Some snot bricks on the side. I think we're building the hat. I'm pretty sure this is where the bowl will clip onto. And then this will attach down onto the big fig's head. Hopefully it gets a little sturdier. Let's see. Yep. Just refreshing the lurks while I'm jumping ahead. All right. This long piece here, we've got a 3 and a 4 brick going on, and this is a 2 times step, so we will do it 2 times. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say, Kara doesn't like the Beatles. $187. We get another one of these long plates along there. By 4, 1 by 4. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. 189. 1 by 8 tile along there. And then 2 1 by 4s in under here. And then that goes on there. Welcome to the party, pal! Thank you, John McClane. It is 5 p.m. Yeah, that has helped. So having this all sort of run that way has helped sturdy up this little wall of bricks there. That's the front of the hat. I said, it's all right. And now for the quirky little bit of having a driver up inside the hat. We can have a little cockpit for our minifig to drive the big fig around. Black gear. A 3-axle in there. Goes there. And then big blue gear there. Oh, okay. I think I see what they're doing here. I think don't think this will actually do anything, but it will look like controls are moving. No, that goes in here first. And we are at 479 followers, looking at that little goal down in the corner there. The plan at 500 is to build the Viking village. Potentially in cosplay. See how we go with that. Wait, yeah, doing there. So we've got those two red pieces at different angles, so I think that's just for some fun. Where's my mouse gone? Over there. There we go. So I think that's just meant to look like the arms are being controlled. Put that on there. It's going there. There. Step 199. Step 200. Going there. A whole bunch of printed dials here. So this one's going there. Targeting screen looking one goes there. And that one goes there. There's our controls. And all of those are spares. Yep. So this guy sits in here. Oop. Broke off. He's sitting at the controls. That goes on here. And then this clips on, folds shut. So that's the cap. Okay, and we're gonna put those over there. So that recess bit in there with the jumper plates, that's where those will connect on down inside there. There we go. We have our bigfig. Nice and chunky. The hat's okay. The minifig itself is awesome. It's good size. It's good size. And the fact that, you know, the hands turn and they're on those dark grey Technic pins, the rubber ones. So they have some friction. They don't just swivel around. Axles in here, you know, they're posable. Same with the legs being on the friction of the ball joints inside mean that, yeah, you get a nice smooth rotation, but it also doesn't, like, it's not loose. Very posable. Can we make him walk? Yes. Yes, you can. He can self-support in that position. That's cool. Good job, RD, on getting to. It is rather large.
Bueller.
GG's on 3.
Bueller.
But yes. It's definitely a good size. Exclamation set will give you the, I think it's 600 and something pieces. How are we all? There we go, 654. I do like that it comes with a matching minifigure to pilot the ship. And yes, I have included the printed tile that I got at Brickvention. Very, very cool. Some really nice parts use inside. I really like the so we'll take the hat off. So achieving the sturdiness of two 2x4 plates, but at the same time being, you know, pretty much half hollow, is using these wheel arches to fill a 2x4 by 2x4 studs by 2 plates thick to support the sides of the head. But yeah, so getting the strength of that piece, but it's taking the job of, you know, twice as much plastic. It's really nice, efficient use, and quite strong. Yeah, good job, Lego. All right, so that's the big fig built. So that was what I had to build today. Tomorrow, not sure what the plan will be. I've got other Lego sets in the backlog to organize and set up. I've got a light to try and see how that works in this room, and so tomorrow probably will be a gaming stream. Might even fire up Euro Truck and do that Saturday and Sunday. We'll see. But for now, and yes, you are coming in right on the end, RD. We have finished the build. We'll see who's doing the stuff and the things in the Twitchiverse. We have got a few options, and we are gonna head over to Mr. Millennium Akuma. So I will find my keyboard again, which I put down in front of me. So yes, cheers everyone for hanging out. Thanks very much To Smile and Sarah, Willfully Unemployed, and the Jang for the raids. We are going to go say hi to Millennium. And I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Let's see, is that the right button? That is the button. Hit that button.
Begin auto-destruct sequence. Authorization Picard 47 Alpha.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much, and we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel, 3 p.m. my time zone-ish. So until then, have fun. Bye.